Hello, my name is Tennille Bentley and I am the CEO of ELMA Education. Very excited to be taking you through this incredible program for early childhood and creating generational sustainability. It's working in centres right now as we speak with amazing results, and so we can't wait to bring this to you. I do have a very special gift for you at the end of this, so hold on to the end and you'll be able to see what is, I think, our biggest giveaway that we've been able to do in relation to this, in celebration of our connection and our partnership with the Australian Childcare Alliance. So without further ado, I'm going to hop on into the presentation and take you through it. What we're going to be doing is covering off on three key areas through this. So we're going to go through why EQ and the link to mindset, how it translates into the classroom, and then a look inside the teacher's portal. And so before we do that, I thought the best thing to do to really share with you what we do and how we do it is in the form, of course, in a cartoon. So we all work with children, so I invite you to harness that inner child, which I'm sure will not be difficult, and enjoy this little cartoon that tells the story of ELMA.
Hey there, my name is Tennille.
And I'm Martin.
And we are going to guide you through the journey of our Emotional Literacy Academy school program and why it's so crucial to early childhood development. Hey Martin, can you imagine a world where we know our children will make healthy life choices? A world where empathy and emotional intelligence are universal character traits? Where our future leaders will make decisions driven by emotional intelligence and not just IQ? What kind of world do you think it might be if we all just had a little bit more compassion, empathy, and emotional awareness informing the choices we make? Do you think that maybe, just maybe, we could create a world that is more sustainable than the one we have today?
Yeah, Tennille, I know it's possible because the Emotional Literacy and Mindfulness Academy for Kids is enabling it right now. The Emotional Literacy and Mindfulness Academy for Kids, or ELMA as we like to call it, is a program provider for children. The ELMA program teaches kids social and emotional learning tools. After doing this program, they should know how to identify and regulate their own emotions, how to understand other people's emotions, and feel empathy and compassion.
The program is built around two characters, Jazzy and Pinky, two little chickens from a chicken school. They invite kids on an adventure with their energy ball to support them in the important development of emotional intelligence awareness through simple and fun exercises. So what is the energy ball? Let's have Cruz here give you the details. Hi Cruz, tell us about your energy ball.
Hello. My energy ball holds my thoughts and feelings. My energy ball sits in my heart. I can catch other people's energy ball, but have to drop my own. Some energy balls are unhelpful. If I catch someone else's energy ball that I don't like, I can put smiles into it and send it back.
Aw, thanks Cruz. This simple yet highly advanced social and emotional framework teaches children and their families how to adopt a new emotion language, one that will build their emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence has been shown to consistently predict positive social and academic outcomes in children. It correlates with enhanced life satisfaction and self-esteem and lower rates of depression, meaning that children with emotional intelligence make healthier life choices as adults.
They sure do. What we have developed is really powerful, and it's working right now. The program has rolled out now to 4 countries, been translated to different languages, and taught to hundreds of educators and graduated thousands of children.
The Train the Teacher program has over 37 lessons, 6 modules, 8 workbooks, and 15 cartoons, containing all the materials for teachers to deliver the program to children in the classroom, in easy 10 to 15 minute daily exercises. Let's take a look at what kids are saying about it.
My energy ball feels
How does it feel?
excited.
Awesome.
My energy ball feels calm and silly. My energy ball feels super excited.
And what about the parents?
As usual, the girls were fighting over something, and Amy is really upset, crying and then like screaming. And I said, okay, what's your energy ball right now? So I was just giving it a shot, And then she said, it's blue. And the feelings chart also has blue as stat. And I said, I want to give you a hug, and I want to give you my energy ball because it's green, and I know you love green energy ball. And so immediately she just stops crying, and I was like, what just happened?
Schools around the globe are rolling out this program. Are you the next one?
Click below to book an introductory enrolment session with us today.
Let me try and unmute first. So that gives you a little bit of insight into the program, and a little bit about Jazzy and Pinky and the energy ball. And so throughout this presentation, this workshop, we're going to be showing you the teacher's portal. And so what you're looking at here right now is a very quick snapshot of visually of what that teacher's portal looks like. But I'm going to take you into that in more detail later. But just so you know, when we refer to it, this is effectively what we're referring to. And so before I go on any further, I thought it'd be nice just to share a little bit about me and my background, because you're probably wondering who's this person that's talking to you. So I am a walking, talking example of the power of emotional intelligence, because I have used these tools myself in a different form as an adult, and built, and as a result of that, I've been able to build a charity that supported children impacted by domestic violence. I've influenced more than 40,000 children across 5 countries, built a multi-million-dollar company specialising in tech, and yes, got to meet Oprah and also Richard, and I was invited to sit on some of the most prestige boards in Australia, often as the only woman and the youngest one at the time. I've won a series of awards for my work in the community as well. With the charitable organisation, I worked with some of the toughest cases in the system. So these were the kids that the system did not know what to do with them. And so we ran programs around Western Australia, and we were featured on the project on Channel 10, and for the great work that we were doing with these tough cases. And so that's sort of where the grassroots of where it all began. And as a result of all that work, I did get recognised by the Prime Minister for the Australian Leadership Award, which was only to 20 people, the Telstra Businesswoman of the Year finalist, as well as Australian Financial Review, and 14 international awards for mental health related research. So it's all very, wonderful contributions to the community. But the reason why I share that is because if it wasn't for these tools, I wouldn't have been able to completely change the trajectory of my life. When I speak about that, this is the little version of me, the little girl. And I grew up in a very physically and emotionally abusive household. And as a result, I didn't know what to do with my emotions. I didn't have these tools available, but I did have the gift of self-inquiry. And that was the thing that got me through. I remember at the age of 10, I would query, like, why are people like this? Why is this happening? And that began the quest of what was a lifetime quest of searching and all around human behavior, and delving. And it sort of took me on this journey into emotional intelligence. And for me, when I did the charitable organisation, I realised that it was a band-aid approach and not a sustainable approach. And I had to ask myself the question, how do I actually create sustainable change and peaceful solutions so then other children don't have to witness or go through the things that I did? And, often they say your mess is your message. And so for me, that was the silver lining, is that I was able to use what was in many ways, I say, gifted to me, because it created the person I am today. But it was it gave me the query, the ability to self-query this and to delve into this and create life-changing programs for children, as well as we do it for families as well. But I'll go into that in a little bit more detail later. So a little bit about ELMA, and this is definitely at the heart of what I do. The charitable organisation was a band-aid solution. This is my sustainable solution. And so we do believe that emotional intelligence and mindset are the core success factors in creating that sustainable impact. We are the leading edge emotional literacy and mindset development solution in driving growth in education, mental well-being, and productivity outcomes, facilitating what I call a holistic system for work, home, and school. And so we cover this holistic system in all areas. So we have an at-home program for the parents of the children that are going to your centres. So we can actually start to fill that gap between what children are learning at the centre and when they go home. And this is all about trying to lessen that gap, so then we create sustainable behaviour change. So it's a really fantastic system. We've trained over 100 educators. We've graduated over 1,000 students. We're research led with Edith Cowan University and conducting some much deeper research into the efficacies of the social and emotional programs and skills, and with what we've developed. We're also in the corporate and the education, obviously in the education sector, and we have rolled out internationally. We are in about 5 countries at the moment. So our heart goals, the things that drive us, and for me, it's about sustainable change. I want to touch the lives of 250 million children and 150 million adults. It's a big goal, but if it doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. So this is the one that scares me. I'm like, whoa, okay, this is going to be awesome to do this. But this is not just my goal. This is a ripple effect, because you, as the people really at the forefront of this, you're on the ground roots of working with children. You guys are the change makers. You guys are the ones that actually make a significant impact to the trajectory of that child's life. All I want to do is play a small part in gifting you some of this great tools of the area that I'm specialized in, to be able to make that ripple effect. And so you are also contributing to this goal, which is fantastic. So thank you. So how do we do it? So we actually deliver emotional intelligence and mindset programs through what we call the train the trainer. So we train the teacher, train the educator. We have a train the leader in workplaces, and we have a train the parent for at home. Because, in our generation, this was it wasn't a language, it wasn't a narrative that we had. So we needed to make sure that we are also upskilling our parents, upskilling our educators, because we're also learning this as we teach it. We provide access online for ease, and we implement it offline for fun. So we get you and the kids off the devices. All right, so let's jump in and have a little look at why emotional intelligence and how it is linked to mindset. So I really love this quote, or this definition, if you like, of emotional intelligence. It's from the Harvard Medical School of Health. Emotional intelligence refers to the ability to identify and regulate our own emotions, to recognize the emotions of other people and feel empathy toward them, and to use these abilities to communicate effectively and build healthy, productive relationships with others. Now, everything in there encapsulates what we teach these children. Now, you imagine if we had this stuff as kids. It's incredible. So the fact that we can actually capture all of that in that definition through 2 little chickens at a chicken school, it's really quite advanced teachings that these children are getting. So let's have a look how that links to mindset, and why mindset is something that's in the picture with this. So we have this study that was done by McKenzie. It's the PISA study. This was done across 5 regions, so totally different environments, totally different countries, 5 totally different regions. The most astounding thing came out of this. You would think that home environment, student behavior, school factors, teacher factors, that those things would be probably large factors as to what would affect a student to either be successful, engaging, or have some level of achievement, or a child that doesn't. Now, mindset was the thing across 5 regions. All of them had a resounding highest amount of it being about their mindset. So if their mindset is in order, they are going to be able to respond and react to things appropriately. And what is that? Emotional intelligence. And so mindset can be defined as a habitual or characteristic mental attitude that determines how you will interpret and respond to situations. And so that dovetails beautifully into what we teach with emotional intelligence and emotional literacy. Some very interesting stats that I came across, which actually floored me a bit, was half of mental disorders are actually developed by the age of 14 years old. You think of yourself when you're 14, like it's just crazy. Mental health promotion and education interventions typically don't begin until, or they don't engage kids until early teens. So by that stage, you're talking by the age of 14, the disorders are already being developed, but there's no early intervention. What we are is a preventative. We're not trying to be a cure. We're trying to be a preventative tool. So when they grow up and they've got this system, they are able to make better choices. The way we teach this is based on neuroscience and neuroplasticity of the brain. Repetition is key. We want it to become a learned behavior, so it becomes second nature. So with our program, it's taught throughout the year, and we have check-ins all the time, with the energy ball. How's your energy ball? How's your energy ball? How's your energy ball? Constantly getting them involved in that, because we want them to get to a point where it becomes a default, something they don't even have to think about. And that age bracket is perfect for them. If we can get them in the early years, we can imprint them to make significant change to the choices they make as adults. And so the other really interesting one was that evidence clearly suggests risk factors that impact mental health begin from birth and continue into early adulthood. And the Murdoch Children's Research Institute actually stated recently that improving mental health for children and adolescents has actually become an international priority. Isn't that interesting? I mean, what we know is that it's getting worse as they get older. And so we need to work with them at the age bracket that they're in, at the young age bracket, so we can actually start to create that preventative measure. The other thing that doesn't really help our kids of today is that they are the isolation generation. They were the ones that were involved in this profoundly strange sort of situation of being kept in the house, with all of the isolation and the rules that were in place during the COVID times. And so our kids haven't actually, they faced a deeper sense of isolation more than ever before. It was difficult for us as adults. You can only imagine how it would have been for kids. And now we didn't have the tools to equip them with that. And we really don't know how this is going to impact their emotional development. In the years ahead, well, we just don't know. So it's really more important, more than ever, to give these kids these tools. Because like I said earlier, if we had these tools, it wasn't in our generation. So I'm going to pose the question to you. Do you think that if you had access to these tools as a child, that you might make different choices in your life as an adult? For me, it's a resounding yes. So can you imagine if we had a population of children that had access to these tools and it was systematically ingrained and available to them from childhood? What kind of impact do you think this would have on our planet, on the community, on how they interact with people? Because if they're emotionally intelligent, they're going to attract and they're going to be around people who are also emotionally intelligent. They're going to be able to manage their responses. They're going to be able to make decisions that come from compassion and empathy. The ripple effect is huge. So you're a part of that, and it's super exciting. And the thing as well is that it is working now. So this is in some of our international schools with some of the kids that are doing our program. We've had a lot of success there as well, and we're doing some deep research with this, and the results so far have been astounding. They've been surprised by the results as well. So how does this actually translate into an education setting? Well, before I go into that in more detail, I thought I want to show you a quick video of the littlies in one of our international schools that do, this is one of our exercises we do. Now, the purpose of this exercise is it creates a shift in their emotional state by playing, or we do everything through play therapy, sound therapy, color therapy. And those three key areas really dovetail into making this a really unique system. I'm also a sound therapist, so we develop that in there, and I'm working with Murdoch and UWA at the moment on a study on these particular frequencies that we're using. And so this particular video is of these little kids that are doing what we call the giggle train. So we're making them laugh. And so we want to teach them that when they get into this heightened state and through play and through games, that then we check in and we go, oh, okay. Afterwards, we go, how does your energy ball feel now? And they're like, oh, well, feels happy. You check in before and after. And so that's the purpose of this one. So I'll show you quickly. It's super cute. So it's super cute. Just a quick example there. And so this framework may look familiar to you. This is the early years learning framework. And so everything we do is encompassed on this foundation. Everything that is written in this program is based on these outcomes. And so we even went one better. And in your teacher's manual, when you do this, we have mapped every single lesson to each of these outcomes that are in the early years framework. So now when you teach it and you've got it within the center, you know exactly which ones are the outcomes that they're ticking. What boxes are we ticking in this early years learning framework, which is would be very familiar to a lot of centers, that it governs everything. That's the foundation of everything that you guys are doing. And so we've done that, and in the educator's handbook, it's fantastic, and it was a big job, but we got it done, and it makes it so much easier for our educators to know which areas we meet for that. And so we know timetables are packed with heaps of activities. So the way that this is built is it's built with a busy curriculum in mind, but we have to specifically develop this so it can go from 10 minutes, and some of them can go for half an hour, so it can breathe with you as you want to teach it. So if you have enough time, you do it longer. If you don't, you do it shorter. So it's a very flexible system. And ultimately, this is meaningful for me. This is why we do it, why I get up in the morning, is that I feel we have a responsibility to empower our future caretakers with the tools that will support them in making better choices in life for the planet and for each other, so we can create that generational sustainability. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that is, you're a part of that. So that is an important thing as to what tools we give them. And so I'm going to take you into the teacher's online portal. No teleportation here, but just not at the moment, but maybe soon, who knows, with technology. But I'm going to take you through the teacher's online portal so you as an educator can see what's involved in this. So let me just stop sharing here, and then what I'm going to do is open up another screen so I can show you a little bit more here. Okay, so this is the Early Childhood Educators Program portal. So as an educator, you would come in here. You'll see there are 6 modules, and each of these modules have each have 6 exercises each. And what this does, like I said, it breathes with you. So I'm going to just flick over to a different screen here and see if I can show you, not that one. Let me see if I can show you, or is it this one? So this is the full system of what it looks like. You've got the 6 modules. We cover off on the first one is learning about my feelings, mindfulness with Ariel the tree, using your energy ball, external awareness in your energy ball, how food impacts your energy ball, and reflection and graduation. So they go through this in chronological and in linear order. So you go through all of this, and at the end we do give them a certificate, so they feel a sense of achievement and that they've completed something. But this is done all throughout the year. So most of our educators will go through all of it, get to the end, do the award ceremony, and then they go through and pick out which one they want at any given time. You don't have to go in the same order, that they use every single day. These exercises are 10 to 15 minutes. Some of them go for longer, but again, it breathes with you. And so this becomes an all year round system that's used. It's all based, like I said, on play therapy, story time, art therapy, and sound therapy, color therapy as well. So there's plenty in there, lots of play. And so we take you through each of those. So this is sort of the system. And what you'll see is you'll have your teachers, you get the teacher's guidebook, which basically is here. So you go to your teacher's welcome page and you download this here. So this is sort of how it looks in the system. Every single lesson has got about a 2-minute video from me just talking through a little bit about the lesson, a little bit about what you might need to know. So it just personalizes it a little bit for you. And then you have all your files and everything you need to download. This is plug and play. We have a parent's handbook even here that you can send to all the parents so they know what you're doing. We do also support them with the at-home program, which is a 6-month program. So it's very affordable for parents to do at home. And then we have all these other additional resources. We've got a toy shop and we've got the children's books, and then again the sound therapy that you would play in the background. So this is sort of what it looks like. So you download this guidebook. That's probably the very first thing that you would do, and it looks like this. And then you would read through this, you'd get an understanding of everything. We include neuroscience in this because everything we do is based on neuroscience and neuroplasticity. Those are our two loves, and how the foundational things that hold this entire program together. So there's a little bit about it there. And then that's the full system there. And then this will tell you the early years framework and the different areas that we are meeting. We use an explicit teaching guideline system. So it's really, really, anybody could pick up the educator's handbook and teach it. It says step 1, say this, step 2, do this, step 3, do this. But of course, as an educator, you're the teacher, you know how to teach your students. It's simply a guide for you. So then you can then use your intuition and your own style of teaching to teach it. But yeah, it's simply there. So then anybody who doesn't know anything about this should be able to teach it. These are sort of the key understandings of things to understand and the skills. And then this will talk you through what step you need to go through to get started. This will tell you what the resource or the online portal looks like, things to expect. This is sort of the system. You get the short video, you've got the downloads of everything, you've got the videos here and the sound therapy music. Then this is all the wonderful work that we've done in mapping it so it is aligned with each of the outcomes of the early years framework. This one's for 2 to 3 year olds, but we've also got from 4 to 5s as well. So it goes on for a bit, but yeah, pretty much every single exercise is mapped here, so you can really tick off those boxes. And then you would go to module 1. So let's do this here. So I'll take you through it. We've got a student registration that we have. We don't ask for any names. It's just to know how many kids are actually doing the program. So you just put in the total number of children. So if we go back here and then we go to module 1. So say, for example, M1E1 is the story and play. And so we're going to click on that, and that's the Jazzy and Pinky. And then you go to your module 1E1 teacher's manual. And so you're going to go through this first one. So if I was to teach this, it would probably only take you 5 to 10 minutes to read the theory first. So you're going to go through and have a little look. There's module 1. Module 1, exercise 1 is the one we're going to do. So these are the learning outcomes. That's how long it's going to take. These are the outcomes here that are specific to each of those areas. This is the summary about the exercise, and these are the tools that you'll need. Then it goes on to the teaching model. So step 1, do this, say this, statement of success. Step 2 is literally scripted for you, but like I said, you can do your own style. This is just a guide. We do have the feelings chart that you would have up on the wall for them. You'd also have the energy ball statement, which is something that they're going to say over and over and over again. We've had kids at the early childhood centres saying this outside in the play, like they're playing outside, and they're just reiterating it without even looking at it because they've said it so many times, and they're just like all playing and yelling it out. So it's really cute. So those are some of the downloads that you'll get there. And then it's the video. So you'll watch the video. So let's go back. So you're going to go through your module 1, you read through that. Yep, got it. Okay, that's what I do. Step 1, step 2, step 3. That's the end of that. So you've read through that, takes you 5 minutes, and then you watch the video, which takes probably another, this first one's a bit longer, but yeah, 4 to 5 minutes. Most of them average about 2 to 3 minutes. And then again, all your links and anything that you need there. We do have an online community for our teachers and our educators. So you hop on there and ask any question you want, and I or my team member will get back to you as soon as possible with a response. That's a resource there to support you. We post regularly on there with information to help you upskill as a teacher as well. So as you can see, this is very thorough. We've got a lot in there, but basically if you're going to teach it, all you need to do if you're going to pick one for the day, so for example, M1E1, watch the video, read the handbook, download your workbook that you'll give to the children that they take home, and that's what they fill in after doing the exercise, and that's it. So it'd be, 15 minutes to get yourself clued up with how to teach it, and then you're off. Some of our teachers are very keen and they just go through everything and learn it all at once. So it just depends on your style of learning, and then you can do that. Some of the other really great things that we've got that I would love to share with you is we have a specific songs as well. So I am a sound therapist, and so you have specific songs that are linked to this program that you'll play for the kids to dance and sing along to. So I'm going to give you a quick sample of that. This one's the My Emotions song. Okay.
Hey Cruz,
Yeah?
do you want to sing My Emotions song?
Yeah?
Okay, well let's follow along. My energy ball feels happy, so I giggle, giggle, giggle. My energy ball is yellow, so I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. 1, 2, 3, 4, this is my energy ball. 5, 6, 7, 8, gee, my energy ball feels great. 1, 2, 3, 4, I choose a happy energy ball. 5, 6, 7, 8, gee, my energy ball feels great. Energy ball feels love. It means I care, care, care. My energy ball is pink, so then I share, share, share. 1, 2.
Okay, so that's a little bit of the song. I won't play the whole thing for you, but it gives you an idea. So I was just flicking through the screen to try and show you some of the things that it relates to. And so this is sort of in your module 1 exercise 2. This is where this song comes in. It's called Know My Philo, and you get the kids first to sing along. You teach them the actions, and they've all got little actions with each of the emotions, and so you can sing through that, and then you can play the song and get them to sing along with it. We also have toys and things that you can use for your story time as well. Now, we do have these mindfulness exercises for them. So let me just show you very quickly that one, because these are called mindful minis. And so with our early childhood, we're more about doing everything offline, but if you do find, some of our educators will play this for the kids, or they'll watch it themselves and then redo it in a story time. And so these are cute little exercises that just teach children how to use their senses. It's 1 minute long that they'll have to focus for, if for that. But it's a cute little cartoon that they can watch to teach them how to, use different senses. So smell, touch, taste, hearing, and it's all around around sort of that mindfulness practice. So it's really beautiful. So that's a quick review of all of the information in the program. So what you would do is go through all of that, and for you as well, there are, you can go through the training, and then you will get a certification to indicate that you can teach this anywhere. So that's another really great thing. So all of this is amazing, and it's already working right now. So what I want to do is take you through probably the biggest question you've got is, okay, well, what's involved? How does this apply to my center? So let me just share my other screen with you again. And so we've taken a look in there. So this is the offer that we have. It's only specific for the members here, and it's only available for the next 48 hours. But if you do need to get approval from your center, then let us know and we will hold this offer. This is the biggest offer we've ever done. So basically it's already very affordable at $1,100 annual fee, and that's unlimited teachers. That's per location. If you have multiple locations, there is discounts, and we'll give you the code for that. We are giving away the Jazzy and Pinky toy and the Happy Energy Ball, so you can use that in your center. So that will be gifted to you for free, just for this particular offer. But in addition to that, we're also giving you the free Educators PD program. So this is a emotional intelligence program. It goes for about an hour for the educators. So it's for you as the adults. So it's just a basic introduction into emotional intelligence. It'll get you getting a bit familiar with how to apply it in your life. It is valued at $397 per person, but what we're doing is actually giving this away for the centres for all of your educators. So you do the maths. That's huge. So it's a massive opportunity here for this, and why we want to do this is because we really are really excited to be able to share this, and we think it's so important that our educators also get access to this information as to how they apply it in their own lives, because it's, we've got to teach it and walk it too. And so not only that, we think, well, that's really good, but now we're also doing the third one, which is the free at-home program for one lucky parent per location that they get to enroll in. So this is a 6-month, minimum 6-month program. It complements what you're teaching in the centre. So it's we're giving that away for free to one per location, per registration, that you can then gift on to a parent that you would like. So someone would get that for free. But you can also offer this at-home program to them. It's so affordable. It's $20 per month and a $97 upfront fee. So as you can see, it is a fantastic system, but it is only available for 48 hours. Normally, we only just have the annual fee and we don't include any of the toys or anything like that. So this is like super, super exciting because we've never done this before. So it will only last for the next 48 hours. So you'll receive a link, but if you'll receive a link in the email body, but what I will do is just see if I can pop it in something here for you to have a quick look at, so you can copy it down if you need to. So let me just pop it in here. But yeah, and so from there, it's, the system is, like we said, it is working now. It's happening now in all around the world, and it's a really fantastic system. The kids are grasping it so quickly. We've got children as young as, and it's not unusual for this kind of story. 5-year-old, even a 4-year-old we've had, but this particular one really made me laugh. 5-year-old, and she said to her mum came home from work and she was like super stressed out because she had a really, really busy day. Walks in the door and all of a sudden 5-year-old says, "Mum, don't throw your energy ball at me." And then she says, "My energy ball's green, so I can give you my energy ball," because it's compassion. Like they're learning compassion, so it's a calm energy ball. Now that in itself, just that small little thing, just think about that. If you break that down and unpack it, you've got a 5-year-old who is aware enough when the parent walks in the door, can pick up if they're stressed out straight away in a split second. And if they do that, then they can establish and discern if they want that or not. I don't want that energy ball. So they're taking care of their emotional grid system. It's very powerful. And then after that, they have the ability to practice compassion and empathy, and they can share their energy ball with them. So, this is really advanced skills that we're teaching children in a very simple language and narrative. However, most parents, most adults don't even use it. So we find that most adults actually end up using this in their own relationships. Like, don't throw your energy ball at me. So it's a really, it's a fantastic system. So I will share the link with you. Let me just, the link that I was saying that so you can get the offer. But it should be in an email. But yes, if this is what you would need to write down. So I'll just give you a few minutes to write that down. It's bit.ly/ELMA by ELMA by. Now, if you have got multiple locations, the promo code that you will use to get the 5% discount per location is this, but you only allow to use it if you've got more than one location. So that's where you would go to purchase, and then this is the code that you will put in place. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. As you can see, it's jam-packed full of so much value. And then we're giving all this other extra information and additional programs away. So as part of this promotion, so please join us. We can't wait to see you. And from here, the next steps would be that you would register. I'll be notified, and then what I'll do is talk to you about working out an orientation session on Zoom with your staff so we can take them deep dive into the teachers portal so they can understand the ins and outs. So we do a 45-minute sharing and getting them familiarized with it, and then we also let them know about the community where we can support them ongoing, because I want to be there with you on the journey. It's very important to me. I love this and have an absolute passion for this, and I want to make sure that our educators, who are the people I admire the most, that are on the front line doing this work, changing lives, and that you're able to feel supported in that process and have these tools with you. So thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you, and we can't wait to share this journey with you. Many blessings.